So, good evening, everyone. And I hope everybody's having a great summer, although is it summer yet? Not quite yet. Um, and if it doesn't stop raining back here, we'll never have a summer. We've had lots of flooding, lots of things to look at. Anyway, my name is Debbie Wetzler. I'm a triple diamond. David Silverman will probably be jumping on. He's doing a meeting in Rochester, New York tonight for Jeanette Chambers and everybody up there, Linda Jakevich. And so he's gone up to do that meeting and presentation, and he'll be finished shortly, and he was going to try to jump on, definitely. So this is our team phone call. This is to keep us all together and moving forward. It's to let our team know each other and see everybody around the different countries and the different states and and Canada, definitely. And we come together every week just to celebrate our successes and talk about issues, and we do training, and we work together as a team, and so that people can get to know each other and move forward together. And that's what we've always done. We are a big ASEA family, and that's been proven over and over. We help each other. We help crossline and upline and downline. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over, and then we'll get to some of the other announcements and things like that a little bit later, because we have our speaker, and he jumped on right on time. And to honor his time, I would like to just get started. Paul Taira has been a great friend of mine for a long time, and he's just the epitome of what I would call the attitude of ASEA. He's just always happy, always in a great mood. He's just always up. He's got and he's just an amazing team. And I know for some of you who have been in longer, you've seen that he's won so many different awards. He's won the I Am ASEA award. He's also won, when we took a vote, one of the people that help Crossline all the time. He's just got a heart of gold, and he's always helping. It doesn't matter if they're in his group or not. He's had quite a successful life, and he started as a Marine Corps. And as you heard, if you heard the phone call today, he tried applying at age 14. He knew what he wanted to be. And so he's learned the meaning of teamwork by being a Marine, definitely. And so I've asked him to jump on because of his great attitude call, but more importantly, I think, as far as just learning something as our team, he has started, and I'm not sure how many of you know, because I didn't know enough to speak about it, and I was waiting for it to kind of get up and moving. He has created a funnel, a prospecting funnel, and I wanted him to talk to you about that, to see who might be interested, and we can get more information, and if you feel like it, you can use it. But I wanted you to know about it from him because he's the techie guy, definitely. So without further ado, Triple Diamond, Paul Taira. Thank you so much, Paul, for being on.
Hey, thanks for having me, Debbie. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great. I think everybody else can.
Super. Love that intro there, and always love to help people that are willing to do something to change your life. You know, I think that's really what our business is about. Is looking for people. I know when I first got in this industry, that was my main motivation. Even though I loved what I did, being a nerd or being a geek, I just felt like somebody owned me and owned my life. So I wanted to be a geek on my own terms, basically. So
that's one thing I've never thought of as you as a geek. Sorry.
Yeah. I love the gadgets. I love, one of the things when I first started in corporate America in information technology, they bought me I did pretty well. I got all these certifications. And so next thing you know, they were buying, I had a $10,000 laptop. I had a $2,000 monitor, 21-inch CRT. Thing was so big, it took two people to carry, and that was like so exciting for me, to be able to learn and use those wonderful things. But again, after a while, after corporate America, and seeing work politics, and people making decisions that that weren't really for the best of the company or made the most sense, just because it was what they were, they didn't want to have to learn anything new. I said, you know what, this really isn't for me. So in the entrepreneurial space, I encourage everyone out there to, especially if you're like me, that kind of want to continually become better each day. You don't have to be the best. You just every day. I think one of my favorite persons I would say would be a mentor would be a John Wooden, who was the coach for the UCLA Bruins basketball team. And that was really one thing that he strived for. He said, look, just as long as we are a little bit better today than we were yesterday, was his attitude. And he didn't really focus on the score. And he just said, look, if we can walk off that court every time and say we were a little bit better, we played someone who's a little better than us today, but we keep doing this every day, we are going to reap the rewards later. I think he had 10 championships because of it. Let me make sure that phone's off. Okay, sorry about that. Like you were sharing, I'm going to share my screen here because I got some fun stuff. Again, it doesn't matter who you're, what group you're in. We've all had some great times together. This was can you see my screen? That is me on the left there.
Screen. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, at the last convention there. Good times for all of our closing parties every year. And besides that, even outside. This is my birthday a few years ago. Remember that? Coming out to Vegas with the
Absolutely.
fun?
And we were in that Ferris wheel right before that.
Exactly. The high roller there, observation wheel, tallest one in the world. And there's with David and Wendy there in Trunk Bay in St. Thomas. And no matter what you enjoy doing, you could do it with great people and great friends. Even if you like to take showers with men, you can actually do that here at ASEA if you want. So.
He'd be loving that one.
I had to throw that up there because he's not here, right? He's absent. So.
Absent right
now. But by the way, we had a great time in New York. Yeah, we really had a blast in New York, especially because the Capitals and the Golden Knights were going at it too in the hockey. So it was a good time. Congratulations, by the way, Debbie, on your Capitals. You guys did
well, and congratulations to the Knights. What a fantastic first season! Holy cow!
It was great.
Yeah.
Really, a lot of us, kind of unified, and I mean, this whole city here was really a wonderful thing for us, and we still, are just amazed at what they were able to do.
Absolutely, I was too. No, I'm just very happy for Ovechkin. He's been playing so long, and he's such a great player, and it's been on the news every single night for hours, and they still haven't come down. I don't think they've slept yet. Anyway.
That's fantastic. Yeah, 44 years, they're well deserved.
Exactly.
So yeah, let me touch a little bit on the recruiting funnel and really what its design is for. We've been working on this for a while. Kind of like I mentioned, I got involved, and I know a lot of people, I think most of the leadership, will say that what attracted them to the industry was this ability to have time and financial freedom. A lot of us, years and years ago, maybe saw someone draw little circles on a napkin or something. And basically the concept was, hey, if you had, help 5 people find 5 people, or 3 people find 3, whatever it was, the concept of creation of leverage is why people, typically will engage on the business side of things. Now, if you are a proven leader, so let's say you've already been in other network marketing companies before, and maybe you had a product that wasn't that unique or wasn't as powerful like ASEA's product. That might be something that might have been your hot button, because you may have felt like, wow, if I only had a unique patented product where I was at, so that might have been what attracted to you. But I really want to encourage you to in order for us to really get, I think, to that vertical growth, really like steep growth pattern, is we need to have people that are really focused on being able to educate people about our business model. You got to be as passionate about building the business model as you are about the product, because otherwise you could get stuck in just being a product salesman. And we know that if you just trade your time for money or try to just sell the product one case at a time, it's not half as effective. By helping 10 people go out and find 10 people, you can actually reach a lot more people by helping others to do the same. So that mindset has to be drilled in you, if you will. You should really start being laser focused about that. So an overview on this recruiting funnel. It is designed, again, for recruiting. It's not, this particular one is not a customer funnel. So, and we will be doing that one later down the road. And that way, if you do have someone who's just like, no, I'm totally happy with what I'm doing and my lifestyle, I love my work or whatever, then that's great. Let's help you out with the product. So that funnel is coming. Just want to give you a heads up. And again, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with, with leading with the product or something. If that's what you enjoy doing and that's what your goal is. But again, I think that if you target an audience that has a higher potential for growth and they're passionate about building a business, you've got a greater potential of creating that sort of exponential type growth situation. Okay, and now we again, and this is not just been a technology real solution. This has been a messaging solution. So it's a culture thing. But again, for those of you out there who don't know what a funnel is, sort of by definition, it's simply a process that in the shape of a funnel, you put people in, and by the end of it, okay, some will pop out on the bottom. If they come all the way, make it all the way through and come out the bottom, they're going to be someone who has a high interest in what you have to offer. And of course, in our case, because it's a recruiting funnel, recruiting associates, that we have a hot associate prospect. And it's different than, like some people say, what about my website? Like a Team Acia website. Team Acia website's fantastic, but it's kind of like handing someone the user manual to a car. If you were a car salesman and you're going to buy a car someone just wouldn't like hand you the whole user manual at once, right? They tell you systematically like what was exciting about that car and some of the highlights and features, kind of talk with you a little bit, kind of get to know like what your interests are, and then feed you the information with the hopes of at the end, you'd have a high level of interest in getting that specific car. And again, so that's what the funnels are. Now this slide here just mainly, again, kind of goes over what I just clarified on the difference between a customer versus a recruiting type of funnel.
Paul,
and yes.
We're just seeing your screen with all your icons on it. That's all we're seeing. Right
now. I showed the wrong screen. Thank you.
You're welcome, but that's very interesting.
I'm sorry you have to look at that mess.
No, it's fine. So to tell you, I don't think we're seeing what you're seeing.
Okay, there you go. So how about now? Okay, yeah, I guess I selected the wrong one. I didn't say I was a talented geek. I just said I was a geek. So basically, again, a customer funnel is one that's going to have a message that's going to really resonate with people wanting to get a product. And a recruiting funnel is targeted more towards someone who wants to have a different lifestyle, who doesn't like what they're doing, doesn't like the amount of money, or not happy rather with the amount of income they earn, doesn't have enough free time to spend with their family and loved ones. So it's important that that you're communicating that and getting to know someone on that, in that space first, before you send them here. In other words, if you're talking to someone about, hey, oh, I see you're limping, or I see you got some pain there, and you send them to this landing page, this main landing page, it's not going to be effective. Okay, so just want to make sure that we're having the right discussion. Now that discussion, well, actually, before I go into that, to kind of, I guess, reinforce this point, we all probably would agree that McDonald's doesn't make the best hamburgers, but they sell more hamburgers than any other franchise in the world because of the business model, because of how they are able to get that food out quickly, make it hot and fresh, and the consistency of it is done in the back, in the kitchen, through a duplicable process. So again, you can make a great living focusing on telling people about the product that you have. You can sell the product, and again, a lot of you I know that's your main, maybe your only focus. But to create that not only duplication of just signing up people, but to have them sign up and duplicate, there really needs to be a focus on that business process. And if you have people that are focused in changing their life and hungry to do this as a full-time living and generation, then and have a reason to do it because they feel they can actually achieve this with the tool or a process, that's what you're looking for. So the components of the funnel is a main landing page, which the initial offer is, in our case, is just educating people about this whole economy space. I just heard something on CNBC, was it yesterday or this morning, that said by 2020, half of the workforce in our country will be working for approximately 4 days from home. Or I'm sorry, self-employed. They estimate half of the workforce in our country by 2020 will be self-employed. I mean, this was in a whole spot that was done that was illustrating that people are using gyms like this one was a Lifetime Fitness. They're using gyms as their office. Like they're meeting people, they're spending $150 on this amazing gym, but they have like now the gym is building out like workspaces so people can bring their laptop, meet their clients there. It's pretty fascinating, and they're doing it because of this growth of people now wanting to be self-employed. They're starting to learn this. This is really good for us because more and more people now are open to the idea of being self-employed and being an entrepreneur. And so that's what we're trying to identify. There's a 3.5-minute video that someone watches that's done very well by Mel Robbins of Success Magazine. And she points out some statistics, makes references to things that people are familiar with, like Uber, Lyft, Airbnb. And then, but again, by the end of it, he wraps up and says, everyone needs to be doing this. And then I come in for another 60 seconds and explain that there are 5 critical things to look for. One of them is the ability to create residual income. Right? But there are 5 things total. And if they just click on the button, we will share all those 5 things with them. So this is part of the funnel, is giving someone an offer, an initial offer. In our case, it's free. And all we're doing is they're agreeing to connect with us. And then that way we can build a database, build an audience, if you will. And then what's going to happen is they're going to go through the rest of that process. And they're going to get an automated drip email and also a Facebook Messenger campaign. And it's going to remind them. Okay, and it's going to share with them after they see the 5 elements. It's going to share with them a real-world example of a company that has all the 5 elements. And would you believe it or not, that company is a SIA. So every day they get an unlock. It will unlock a different element that will illustrate. And by the way, the 5 elements are the company and the leadership team, the products and services, the compensation, how you get paid, the tools and processes that you have to be able to build your business with. And then the 5th thing is timing. So those are what they're going to see. And again, we're not trying to ram a SIA down their throat or anything like that. And the bottom line is, before we even start sharing a SIA with them, hopefully now their mind's opening. And even if they're already looking or maybe engaged in another business, they may be saying, wow, my product isn't patented. Or wow, my leadership team doesn't have a Fortune 500 or Fortune 50 background, and I'm kind of really worried about them too because I think one of them I saw was in jail, before. So I mean, hopefully this is the discussion and the conversation you want to be having that hopefully somebody's excited about and say, wow, I would love to be involved with a company that has all these 5 amazing elements, and then that way, again, really remember the focus. I mean, they want it definitely. You're going to drink a SIA because you want to look younger, you want to feel younger, you want to be younger longer, you want to prevent your body from getting health, or strengthen it, so it's reduces any, the possibilities of getting health issues in the first place. And if you're an athlete, you want to go faster than all the other athletes, right? You don't want to be at a disadvantage against those who are drinking. So we have to drink this. Everyone needs to be drinking this. Just drink it and smear it on your skin. Smear the skin stuff on your skin. I mean that to me is really that. And if they're spending most of 80-90% of their time looking for other people that want to change their life and are saying, look, I want to make an extra $500 a month. I want to make an extra $500 a week. I want to make an extra $500 a day. Whatever that looks like, give them a realistic expectation, a set of goals and activities and actions they need to do, which is basically how many people they're going to be putting in front of this information and how many people they're going to targeting with this information. And then you keep going. Again, down the road, right now we're kind of finalizing all the development. There's a little bit of a delay, mainly because of Facebook has had to implement. You've probably seen it across the news. They've had to implement a lot of changes to be regulatory compliant with GDPR. So they're having to recode certain things. But now we're pretty solid. Okay, so there's a whole, and I'll send you guys the link. I'll provide Debbie with the link on how to get added to we have a Facebook group, and there's a little video. The video is about 12 minutes, and it will explain how to set up the funnel, what that entails, and then the contact person there we have at the platform that enables us to create this. So again, and it goes through all of the elements. And so what happens is after. I'll go ahead and stop sharing here. So after you have someone that goes through the funnel process, again, hopefully they click on the how can I start and see a business, right? Because in the video it says, hey, there you have it all. You got all the 5 elements. You've seen what a company, a real world company looks like. If you would like to learn, how to take advantage of our example company, feel free to click on the button below, which says, look at here, learn the options of how to start and see a business. Or if you already have a 5 element company, congratulations. So it's basically, we're looking at that. So if you get someone who clicks on that button, and you'll know if they do, because we collect that list separately, and you got a real hot prospect. You got someone who's like, they are looking at the options. And by the way, you can send anyone, like even if you're having a discussion completely outside of the funnel, you can send them a direct link to that too, so that they can see this. It's about 9 minutes, and I just go over like the different ways to get recommended ways to get started. The promo patch, the 200 level, 500 level, 1,000 level. I give them a general overview on those, and then if they click on the button there, they go to your website, and it's going to start your enrollment process. But it's all screen captured, so they can go back and rewatch any part of the process that they need to as well. So so that's that, and again, that's available. And again, those are the ones you want to get to right away. Get back to them right away, and just say, yeah, I just was wondering which package were you looking at? How can I help you? And so that's pretty much it, And so if there are any objections, we encourage you to leverage the great ATM process, which is the social proof of sites, whether it's healthy self or wealthy self, and get people to get that validation that there's tens of thousands of other people that have already gotten results. So it's at least worth a shot. It's completely safe and worth their time. So that's kind of it. I don't know if anyone has questions or anything I can answer, but be more than happy to do so.
Yeah, I think we have a few questions, so I would love if you can stick around for just a couple of minutes. I've already been asked for the email on how to get the funnel and stuff like that. So if you would send me that stuff, I know I have the start of one, but that's it.
Okay. Yep. My email, I'll go ahead and send it to everyone here. See everyone. Easiest one to remember is pretty easy. Mail myfirstlastname.com.
Okay. You've got
Debbie?
several. They all still work, right? Because I keep sending to a different one. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they kind of forward to that. Yeah, so you can forward to
okay.
Gmail.
Perfect. Mail@paultaira.com. Okay, so does anybody have a question? If they do, please just unmute yourself and ask Paul your question. And our tech guys, go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
Paul, this is Michael. Hi.
Hi, Michael. How can I help you?
I'm very familiar with the funnel and the funnel process, but who do you send it to?
Okay, so I have, and let me share my screen. Now, again, it's designed by design. You could drive traffic to it from any source. You want to run a Facebook targeted ad or things like that. But I think that everyone should be leveraging their own contact list, especially when it's involving. Again, you're going to want to change someone's life. What traditionally in the industry, and again, if you look at top leaders, what they do is they have a conversation, a very a traditional one that has a very strong proven track record is the form analogy, which is family, occupation, recreation, and money. So if you can kind of get a feeling of how someone, what their, and by the way, a person, regardless of a business or whatever, you will have this conversation with someone 9 out of 10 times anyways, right? You call someone and say, hey Jim, how's it going? Hey, how's wife and kids doing? Right? That's family. And what are you doing nowadays for work? It's a conversation. So you got to take your mind off of being nervous about it and just be a human being first and just have a conversation and see where it goes. But what you're going to find is a lot of times people are like, oh, I hate my job, sucks, or man, I wish I was, making more money. I'll say something, man, they must be paying you a lot of money to do that. That's because if you think about it, even if they love what they do or they hate what they do, it's still a valid statement, right? Oh, I must be paying you a fortune to do that. And just see how they reply. Most people say, are you kidding? I wish, or no, man, and so you're going to see there's unhappiness with one of those elements. And again, bottom line, those 4 questions, Does someone love what they do? Do they make enough money? Do they have enough free time? And are they happy with the date that they're going to be able to retire? For most people have no idea like what specific date is, whether even with what year that they're going to, be able to stop working and have more than enough income coming in to take care of their lifestyle and be happy. So once you've identified that, then that's when you would ask them to just say, look, would you be open to watching a 3.5-minute video clip? They'll give them an overview on an incredible business model. It's going to leverage the internet and social media to make money working from home with the ability to control the hours that you work, kind of like Uber, but it also has an ability to create residual income and on a passive income stream. And the right person should be all over, especially if they just dumped on you how much they hate what they're doing, right? And so you just send them the link to your landing page, and then once they're there, then they'll watch the 3.5-minute video, and the only goal is to get them to click on the instant access button. So which is they're saying, yes, show me what the elements. Now that I know I can take advantage of this, that the whole world is moving over into the space. I want to take advantage of it. What do I need to look for? Because there are thousands of companies out there. I want to make sure that I'm as well informed as possible. And they go through. And by the way, when they go through it, that video on the 5 elements is only about 8-9 minutes. So they're going to get all of the characteristics. And again, we'll just drip on them and unlock a CLS and every day after that. And our goal in that part of the thing is to create what's called engagement. So the goal is to get them to say, hey, can you unlock all the elements for me? Because there's a button that says, hey, if you want to unlock them all now, click here. And if they do that and message you, please send me or unlock all these elements, then you'll send them another link. You'll message them back a link, which will take them right back to that page, but all of them will be unlocked. And it's kind of cool because now that's the first level of interest. You got a sort of a hot molecule, if you will, that is actually looking at the information and receiving it enough to be excited to ask you to show you all the stuff right now, right? And then of course the super hot one gets to the end of it and says, you know what? I'd actually like to learn, like if I start specifically in a SEA business, what would that entail? And they click on that button. So that's really the goal. Again, that's the funnel process. And again, they pop out and click that button, then you should have a really good qualified prospect. Does that answer your question?
Well, sort of. Do you use an autoresponder?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. What do you mean to drip on them after they go through the initial gate?
Because it has to go to the bottom.
Yes. Okay. So and that's a great question. Okay. Now, what we are in the process of doing is Genie integration. So because Genie now has an auto sequencer ability to drip or to send emails, like let's say once a day or whatnot. So we've got that, but we also have a Facebook Messenger sequencer. So they'll get a Facebook message, which is getting much higher open rates now than emails. Not quite as much yet as SMS text messaging, but it's getting very, very up there. And that's why you're seeing too, as you're going through Facebook pages, a lot of time when they go through the gate, by the way, they'll get a welcome message too. Welcome Facebook. Says, hey, how's it going? And it's like you typed in the message, but it was automatically done for you. And then and it will have your contact, your phone to or text in case they want to reach out to you that way. So it's just going to pop up that message when they go through the gate. And then again, every day they'll get a new message. Matter of fact, I'll show you what that looks like. Let me share this screen. Let me pull up on this. Let me go back to my Facebook here. See if I can get in my. Hold on. I'll share my screen in 1 second. But when I can find, I don't know. Zoom is so painfully slow when I'm on the internet here. Okay. Yeah. While we're talking, I'll pull it up. But my thing gets painfully slow when I've got that. But basically, the message conversation. Okay, let me see. Oh, we got to see all messengers. We'll have the welcome, and then I'll show you what it looks like every day. There'll be a reminder to go back to the same page, and there'll be a link. It'll say a button that says click here. They'll go back, and it says, hey, element number 2 has been unlocked, and so it will unlock them as you go. Okay,
one
yes.
final question allowed?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so what's the difference if I go through the form with somebody and he's interested. What's the difference if I send him your funnel or if I send him a video through ABC?
Well, again, the videos, they typically are not designed. They're informational. So like it's kind of again like it's the process. And again, it's not saying you can't do that by no means. You absolutely can. But when you pull people and hold their hand down a specific path, again, rather than send them random videos, or if you got a favorite video, you can do that. You by all means can. But this is allowing you to see where they're at. You're capturing and connecting with them through the Facebook mechanism, and you can, over time too, be messaging them directly back and forth. You're in direct communication with them through social media. So, you absolutely have that option, to do, but this is a little bit more automated of a process.
All clear. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, let me share my screen real quick here to show you what it looks like here on the messenger end. So what you'll see is, and by the way, this is like what the messenger message looks like if you send someone your link. Okay, if you messaged it in the messenger, it'll say, look, the 9-to-5 job is over, and there's a little blurb that says financial freedom is possible in the U economy. So it allows you control it says U economy allows for the hours at your work, but did you know that some of the options also provide a path to financial freedom? And so that's what they would click on to be at your landing page. It does that nice little graphic. You don't have to do that. It'll automatically put that graphic in. And then when they go through the gate, they're going to see it says, welcome to an overview of the 5 elements. Please feel free to ask any questions here in Messenger, and I'll reply as soon as possible. If you'd rather text me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then the next day, I'll show you what the sequence looks like. They'll receive a message that says, okay, real world ASEA example of element number 2 is now unlocked. Click on the button below to view. And then it gives a little bit of a preview of what the content is, which is basically the product, right? That has sustainable differentiating advantage. If they click there, then they'll return back to the page, and the next lesson will be unlocked. Okay. Someone else had a question, I think.
I have a question, and I'm sorry to interrupt. Just very quickly. I'm Micheline Plaskett. I'm not Cindy Chronister, but I'm here with Cindy in an educational. I'm going to be going to the convention, and I'm looking for a roommate. So if there's anybody out there, I see there's 62 participants. If anybody out there needs a roommate, preferably female, for the Dallas convention, please contact, I guess, Micheline, Micheline, or Cindy, I guess, and she can get the information to me. Be awesome.
Just can we just keep it to questions for Paul right now, and then we will get to that in just a little.
All right. Hey, Debbie. This is Alexander.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Paul. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, Alexander?
Yeah, great. You know what? I was following up on the question that the gentleman asked. What I would say with this thing that you just demonstrated is this is more structured. It's like a structured programming. It connects the dots from the top to the bottom, so you don't miss out. You follow through to the end. So this is the best thing to do. I just want to add it with my
thank you.
Knowledge. I just want to give kudos to what you have done. This is awesome. I like that.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And again, go ahead.
Yeah, can you show us from your Facebook after when we have those people to do the follow-up?
Yeah. Okay. So you want to see what? So here's what it looks like. I'm glad you brought that up, Sylvie. Okay. Let me show you. Let me share my screen again, real quick. Share screen. Okay, and let me go ahead.
While you're sharing, does Mel Robbins still do her piece at the very beginning?
She does. Okay. So it's only literally about 2.5 minutes, because she points out and illustrates Uber and the reasons why people are moving into this U economy model. And so again, I just follow up and say, okay, now that we know we need to be and leveraging this and taking advantage of it, you can see all the success stories out there globally. What do we need to look for before selecting one of these opportunities? So again, that's really, if you think about it, an exciting conversation, because then that way we're now focused more on the business, and we don't have to have people like wait 2 months to get a product result before they, you know, it's like, look, we're moving $400,000 a day leaves our warehouse of products. We have, you know, less than, 2% product return rate. We've now totaled $500 million worth of product in 30 plus countries. The product's no longer on trial. It works. Okay. But the timing is so good, because if you went out on the street and you asked 100 people, have you ever heard of redox signaling molecules or ASEA? Or 99 out of 100 would be like, what are you talking? Probably 999 out of 1,000 would have heard. So the timing right now is optimal. We're like in a really sweet spot, because now if we have the technology and show people how they can build a massive network quickly, you know, a team of like-minded people that are out there looking to build this, it has a potential to start going vertical pretty quickly. So what Sylvie was asking is I'm going to go to my Facebook page, my Facebook business page. She's asking, okay, so someone goes through the gate, like, how do I know, or how can I see, you know, what those people look like? So what we're actually doing is installing, it's an actual Facebook, a licensed Facebook app. So this company that we use that develops, they're really tied in natively pretty much with Facebook. And so what they're doing is all the programming stuff that you don't want to have to. I mean, I wouldn't even want to get in that geekiness level of coding and stuff. The app. So they've created the whole platform, and it's connected to your app. Now, when you send someone though to your landing page, they don't see any of your Facebook. Okay, they don't see it. I'll show you what that looks like as well. They just see the funnel. So we make sure that we focus their attention on watching the video clips, and then the next action, like clicking on that button, that's the only goal of that first landing page, so that they go through the gate, and then we capture their information. Okay, that's the only focus goal. So they won't see like all the other elements of your Facebook business page. Now, that being said, if you do go to your own page and you click on the app there on the left, you will be able to click on what's called the SRM. Okay, so this is what Sylvie was referring to. SRM stands for Social Relations Manager, Social Relationship Manager, and that's really the database. And so when you click on that, it's going to pull up a list basically of everyone who clicked on that button and went through that gate. Okay, and when you click on information, okay, next to someone, okay, you're going to pull up another screen that's going to give you some information. Then you can go look them up on Facebook. They had to, initially we had like direct links to profile and stuff, but that was something GDPR is kind of dialed back on. They think they're going to be able to re-enable that, but right now, you know, you could still look them up. You'll know. You can search Facebook, but you've got like some good information on the background, and you can also download information as well. Okay, and again, what it's going to do is it's going to pass through their email information ultimately to ABC. It starts them on the email campaign, and then you can track them in ABC. So you can make sure that you're following up, that it's in your daily task list. It'll be there to say, oh yeah, this person is going through the recruiting funnel process. Make sure you follow up at the time that we that they're expecting or whatever. Okay, so you'll know that. But again, this is what's called the SRM, the Social Relation Manager. You can actually here too. You can schedule to send people direct Facebook Messenger messages. Okay, you could schedule to send them something at a specific date and time, and it will send the message on your behalf. Like maybe you're saying, oh, this person would love to see this link to this testimonial on Healthy Self, or or whatever. You can do certain things, or link to a video or whatever, and then it will automatically do that, at that time. So you can leverage, again, Facebook Messenger is really powerful because people are typically responding to those messages a lot faster than emails. Okay.
And one of the last questions that was put in the chat bar is, can you go over just a tiny bit about the cost of doing this?
Yeah, so which I think is the best part, because again, the platform is typically $29 a month. If you pay for a whole year, he gives like a couple of months for free, so it's like $297 for the year. But what he did for us is he's knocking $100 off that price, so it's $197. And I mean, literally, this is literally thousands of dollars worth of stuff that you would have to pay an individual programmer to do specific to your website. And in our case, you don't have to do anything. I mean, it's going to be done for you. What you'll do is you'll message Ivan Mancia, who's our connection over there. They've even dedicated a resource for us over there to set up our stuff. And he's doing that with the intent of it being automated. They're making a wizard so that, an ABC down the road, you can, when we go fully live and the wizard's done, you can say, okay, I want to subscribe to this funnel. Now it may be a little less. I mean, we don't quite know, maybe $5-15 a month. We don't know, and quite what the costs are, but basically you'll just have the funnel itself. You won't have all the other features of which you probably won't use anyway, but that is what it's being set up for. But because the early adopters, they're getting them full use of the product that they would typically get a few $100 a year for $197.
Wow, that's amazing.
I mean, again, now when you see what it really is. I mean, it's a point and click thing, and again, you can see your contacts, and you can make more pages. You can do stuff you can make your own custom. I mean, if you decided you wanted to have a lander, again, we're going to do a whole funnel process down the road. Once we get all this stuff in, it'll be a lot quicker to make the next one. But we wanted to, have a recruiting solution first.
Absolutely, that was phenomenal, Paul. I think, is that all the questions?
Actually,
is there
we have one more question.
Is there a mobile app?
Yes. Oh, great question. It actually looks amazing on mobile, and that's another really big thing. Another really big thing for this platform to get the business page, and just the lander and the funnel of the business app onto mobile, being mobile friendly. It does it really, really well. So yeah, definitely you can hit up the examples on your mobile phone and see it scales properly. Videos, nice and proportional, and you don't have to do anything. It automatically does that.
Great.
Can I ask a question, Debbie, to Paul?
Sure.
Hi, this is Felicia, and I'm probably not a very technical person on all this stuff. So when I was using ABC, and when they signed up, I would transfer them over to my regular email address. With the ABC in this funnel program, is it something where we would keep them all in the ABC from beginning to the end of time?
Yeah, I would encourage. Now you can always download your contacts, from ABC at any time that you want it. But I'd encourage you just to have one centralized location, and that really goes back to my former life as a chief information officer. We like less moving parts. I mean, we can have one platform rather than have one, like, I don't know if you guys remember, if any of you are old enough to remember WordPerfect and Lotus 123 and freelance graphics, but you had different companies, and really why Microsoft, one of the reasons they became the top software companies, because they made it all under one roof. So the buttons were all the same, and you didn't have to relearn what is file save or file new. It's different terms and all that. You have to relearn a whole software package. So if you learn ABC, and you can manage all your contacts, everything centrally, and that's why we want to connect the funnel to it. That's why when they go through it, they're automatically inputted into ABC. That's ultimately will make your life have a lot less effort.
I like that.
Perfect.
Right on.
All right.
Paul, did you say that there's going to be a trial period available?
Yeah. So right now, again, we are kind of in still the final development stages. The platform's fully functional. And again, so it's a matter of you can use it driving traffic, but some of the features and the integration with ABC not quite live yet. It's part of the reason too for the promotional rate that's being given to us as well. And a matter of fact, a couple people in the beginning, they've even extended it a couple of months. And if there's any issues, they may extend it again. I mean, Renee, the CEO and founder, is a good friend of mine. I've been with him since he started the company, so I know him very well. So they're they are willing to bend over for us. Now here's the deal though, if you are like really technophobic and stuff, it might not be the right time to jump in at this stage, or if the money is, and it should, again, just have realistic expectations. Again, like I said, it functions. The videos are all rolling. The gate, functions. When they go through the gate, you'll have their information. But you do still, there is still more, some interactivity. You got, you still need to do the follow-ups and stuff like that and be comfortable with that. So if you're totally technophobic, I'd say, maybe you want to hold off until we, have the final release. But again, it functions for those people who want to use it now.
Great, thank you.
I have a question for you, Paul, regarding when you look at the SRM, how do you understand, because I have some who have a little bubble to do email, but some don't have it, some have an interrogation point. I have no clue what that is.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll hit you up after the call. That way, guys. But yeah, just message me after the call. I'll explain. But yeah, I mean, again, because it's GDPR, someone can opt not to do that feature. So again, that's why when we do have ABC, they'll get the emails at least. But the messenger, we're hoping that most people just go ahead and go through it, accept the messenger request. That way we communicate over messenger. Otherwise, you got to manually just request them to do that. So.
Paul, I cannot thank you enough for being on the phone call tonight with all of this. You're going to send me the link so I can send it out to the whole team? Okay. All right.
I'll send you the group. It's a Facebook group. Yeah, it's a Facebook group name, and then you can send that out, or you can add anyone who requests to. You can actually add, hey, you are there. So you can add. You can go to the group and you can add, anyone you want to the group as well. And then there's a video at the top. And by the way, guys, I'm going to be updating that video again. It's pretty current, but I've got a couple additions. So maybe hold off till tomorrow to watch that video. It'll have the new information in it.
Okay.
I've got a call with Renee here.
I'll send it out tomorrow morning with the recording because I'll have to download this because people will want to watch it again. And I had some people that already asked me to record it because they wanted to see it. They couldn't be on the phone call tonight. So I'll be sending out a bunch of stuff tomorrow.
Cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all your time. You're just amazing. Thank you for being you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Take care, Debbie.
All right. Bye-bye, Paul.
Okay. See you guys. Bye-bye.
All right. So very quickly, it's 10 minutes till. So I'm just going to say I sent out a congratulatory email today, so I'm not going to go over recognition. We probably have some new people on the phone, so I would like to get to them. I don't know if Micheline is still there with Cindy. Micheline, if you are, if you'd like to put your email at least on the in the chat bar, if somebody needs a roommate, we would love to have you be able to be gotten hold of. If not, I can reach out to Cindy tomorrow. So I don't know if you're still there or not. But if anybody needs a roommate for a convention and is a woman, please let Micheline or Cindy Chronister know and/or me, and I'll connect you. So let me just find out, is there anybody there who has somebody new on the phone and would like to introduce them? Seems like I saw some new people. Maybe not.
What was that?
It was bath things.
Okay. Gabrielle, you said?
Yeah.
Gabrielle, do you have somebody new?
Sorry.
Do you have somebody new, Gabrielle?
Oh, God, I thought I had left me. I don't know who's on there. I'm sorry.
Okay. Just checking. We can hear you talking.
I know. I'm sorry. I thought
I'll mute you again. Okay. So is there anyone new on the phone who would like to tell us who you are? Okay. All right. Well, then I will get to recognition. I wanted to point out that last Friday, my daughter and I did the charge up call and we had an incredible testimonial on. And so I was hoping that people could listen to that. it was an amazing testimonial that I'm sure you wouldn't mind people hearing. If you go to chargeupcall.info, you can listen to last Friday's call, and just listen to the first 10 minutes at least, and you will hear just like an incredible one. I had met him when I went down to Virginia, and he told his story there, and I was very touched by it. He's in Terry Latham's team, but and his name is Joe, and I think it'd be well worth your time to take a few minutes to listen to that. I will share my screen very quickly. We do have a new silver in our group, and that's Lawrence Lee. Is that Harvey? Okay. Anyway, so I just wanted to run through. We had a lot of different rank advancements last week. Oh, I should have had this pulled up. And so I can just show you a few of these because I love to give recognition to everybody. So we had quite a few directors and director 300s and director 700s. And you can see some of their names there. I'm not going to run through all of them because there were a lot. I did send out a congratulatory email. So if I've included you, and you can send it on to your team. If you've got anybody in your team, I would love them to be able to see it. But I will congratulate again Lawrence Lee. He's actually in Singapore, and he went silver executive from bronze executive. So congratulations to him. And then I'll stop share. I'm going to open it for any questions. David usually goes over a infrastructure. It's a whole set of papers that tell you who your upline are, but it doesn't seem like we have anybody new on, so I don't think I will run through that because you all should have heard about it. I have posted, David and I both have our own private business groups for just our teams. And so mine's Debbie's Diamond Club, and his is reason number 6, Freedom. I have the infrastructure posted there. That's where I post our team phone calls every week so that everybody can just go there and listen to them if they want to. I'll be posting this there, but I can also send out the link since Paul was on and a lot of people wanted to know about this. As soon as it downloads, I have to get it downloaded first. And so I'll be sending out the link and where you can get in touch with Paul. And if you'd like to try this, again, this won't be for everybody. It's a funnel. It's a way to get people to send people to that so that it can walk them through everything. And as Paul said, you will have to do follow-up and stuff and get in touch with them. But it kind of shows them, kind of opening up different doorways, probably how you discovered this throughout the process. And he's done a very good job. I've watched it. I've been kind of a part of it, and not as much as I would have liked to have been, but a part of it from the beginning. And he's done a very good job at filming this and going through the reasons and why ASEA stands ahead above the crowd and just different things without getting to, it's not salesy, it's just an information process, and it's very well done. So you might want to take a look at it at least. But again, it's not for everybody, and I think he said it was $197 for a year, dollars, because they're giving you a $100 discount on top of everything else. So it depends on how many people you could send through the funnel as to whether it would pay for itself or not. And so that's something that you would have to determine, but it's kind of an easier way, and a lot of different things are going that way so that you can, I'm sure you've all seen funnels and all been a part of them where they walk you through and ask you to take the next step and the next step and give your information. But it's been very good. Jackie's been part of it also. So she's been a part of it, helping Paul with the funnel to some degree. So anyway, and if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with me. David, I'm not sure how much he knows about it quite yet, although he might have talked to Paul about it last weekend. And so I will go ahead and it's about 3 minutes till. Does anybody have any questions about anything? I'm so bad, I'm so good that I just go over everything and nobody has any questions. No, that's fine. And just for the local people, there is David Silverman is going to be having Karen Riley here on June 21st, and then again a big one at Super Saturday in Charlottesville for one of the first times, which is great. Karen Riley be in Charlottesville, and Ed Weens will be there with them, and that's June 23rd. And that's a Super Saturday, and they both have Eventbrite links, and we've been sending out the flyers, and they're on Trisha's website, A-Team Support, and so anyway, and Suad, I see you on there. Congratulations for going Director 700. So anyway, there's some meetings coming up. We usually try to go over them on the Charge Up call, and again on Trisha's newsletter, if you haven't signed up for that, she's got all of the different times and dates in the United States and Canada and a lot of times in Europe and Asia also. And there are links to flyers and or where you get information about them. So please sign up for that because she really keeps you informed of things that are happening. July will be an event in Dallas, and there's a bunch of different things coming up. So for people anywhere, I know August 4th there's a big event again back in Denver. So they're trying to really build the Denver area. And Alan Noble and the Gates will both be at that one. So I will let you get on to your evening. I hope you have a really good evening. And thank you. I can unmute you all and we can say goodnight.
Thank you, Debbie. See you.
Absolutely. Where is it?
Thank you. Debbie, did you say August 4th for Denver?
August 4th for Denver, yes.
Thanks, Debbie.
Good night, Debbie. Thank you.
Good night.
Debbie.
Debbie, did you say August 4th for Denver?
Yes, August 4th for Denver.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, absolutely.